Hello friends, this is Karine. If you see any videos here, just skip over them and stick with the message. Thank you. Yesterday was something amazing that happened to me. I was in prayer with the Lord, speaking to Him, thanking Him for this, thanking Him for that. And so I'm talking about August 18th, okay? And all of a sudden I say to God, wow, thank you so much for creating animals, because what would we do without animals? They are so sweet, right? And all of a sudden, just like the day before, something comes over my eyes and I find myself in my house in heaven. And God's voice inside me, inside my head says, go to door, open, right? So I hover all the way to my door. I'm inside my house in heaven. I hover all the way to my door. Okay. And I do what the voice inside my head said. I open the door. And the door is shaped like a circle and it opens outwardly. I'm like, afterwards, when this was done with, I was like, am I in a hobbit's house? It's hilarious. Right. It was a door like the hobbit's house. When I opened the door, I saw the woods and the big garden. Beautiful, but what I saw was adorable. Here, outside my door, waiting to get in, was a group of probably 30, I'd say probably 30 little white bunnies. 30 white bunnies, people. They got floppy ears. Even their noses are pale pink. Their eyes are like, I can't remember the color, but I think they were like blue. And they were just like sitting outside my door waiting to come in. And they tell me, spirit to spirit, the bunnies tell me, as a group, collectively, they tell me, we come to be with you for a minute. People, I've never had this happen to me before. A group of bunnies sent by the Father from his throne, right? He said to me, go to door, open. And I did. And I opened and I see this beautiful setting, right? And this large gathering of happy bunnies with dangy ears, so cute, like the Holland or whatever they call those bunnies that have the hangy down ears. And they tell me, as a group, we come to hang out with you for a while, right? Sent right from the throne of God to keep me company. And this just after I was praising God for creating animals. I stepped in heaven once again for no more than 10 seconds this time. But here's what happened. As I opened that circular door and saw the beautiful sight and the lovely companions ready to share a few moments with me, right? And I had a knowing this was sent by God as a gesture of love and kindness. And uh, the feeling that I had when I opened up that door was this. In my spirit, I felt this. This is what I felt, right? A breath of fresh air from the throne of God, right? Sent with love. People, when I saw these little creatures, first of all, I burst into a huge laughter. I did. I mean, my chest was up and down, up and down. My belly even was shaking because I was laughing so hard. It was a true laughter of absolute joy. I could just imagine how awesome it's going to be in heaven, people. Oh my goodness. It's going to be like that all the time, always on the edge of a huge laughter. There is fullness of joy, when you are next to God. Well, in heaven, you are more than next to Him. You're right in His home, right? So the whole thing lasted about 10 seconds, but wow, I have enough for unpacking for 20 minutes. It's insane, the power of God. And this He does from galaxies away from heaven through the Holy Spirit, right? But imagine being in His home and having this happening to you every day. All this just because I was thanking Him, right? For creating animals. And I absolutely love animals. Who doesn't? They're so sweet. They're so wonderful. You can see the nature of God, a little bit of the nature of God in all of the ways that they are created. See, he put his little handprint, well, he put his fingerprint on all his creation. It's so evident. It's so obvious, right? The attention to detail that they're created with. These little bunnies were looking at me like, we are your friends. We come to hang out for a minute. Got room for us? It was like impromptu, adorable, like absolute only God could come up with stuff like that, people. I'm telling you. You know, when we cook up parties for people and prepare surprises to surprise people, where do you think this comes from? This will to do that for others. That comes from the Father in heaven. He's the one who places these wishes in our hearts, right? Because they're a foreshadow of his what his true nature is, right? So be prepared to receive a lot of fuzzy fuzzy loves uh, in the in I don't know in the animals and companionship. It's gonna be heaven is gonna be so awesome. These little guys I knew were sent by God. Remember, he told me, go to door, open. I can't believe it. First of all, I opened a circular door and I look at a gorgeous garden scene. And I did not walk to my door. I hovered to it. And that is how you move in heaven. You move upon will. You don't have to, there's no impact in your step because you have no weight to you, right? But you have all power on your side though. So, yeah, these little bunnies were looking up at me like that. And they were so little, but I was like, God, you're so awesome. Thank you so much. Once again, the Father in heaven is absolute love, kindness, tenderness. He truly is our Papa in heaven, and I love him so much. I hope you are uplifted by this. This truly did happen yesterday, shortly after I woke up on the 18th of August. So if you love animals, well, be prepared to be dazzled. There are many animals in heaven. And I do not know if the Father created them just before he sent them to me, or if they are just like a little group of bunny that are like a welcoming committee up there. I have no idea, but God can do all things, right? And all this to say I love you, that's basically what he was doing. I heard this in my spirit when I opened the door. So it was a breath of God, and he sent his love in the form of little bunnies, right, to come and hang out with me. Are you kidding, people? You can't make it up. It's insane. So yeah, so adorable. So be prepared to be dazzled by fuzziness and cuteness. It's so cute. I love you guys, and thanks for putting up with me again. And have a lovely day. Remember, the Papa in heaven, he loves you a lot. Okay, that's very apparent by now. Okay, bye.